Congratulations on joining us in Marriage 2.0 and making the choice to have an extraordinary relationship. I'm thrilled, I hope you're thrilled, and I know your partner will be thrilled. So in this program, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be giving you the clarity and the confidence to create this extraordinary, powerful relationship in your life. We're going to give you the clarity about what it is that you want, what it is that you don't want, and also where, as the two of you come together, there could be differences to work through and conversations that need to be had. And what we're going to be doing is providing you with the skills and the tools to really have the confidence to really be able to have those conversations and to work through that. And we're going to be guiding you through a series of very specific conversations in this. We'll be talking about sex, we'll be talking about money, we'll be talking about lifestyle choices, things that you want about your future. So there'll be lots of different conversations that we're going to walk you through. And out of that, you're going to get a lot of really interesting, it's going to surprise you. You'll get some very interesting insights about yourself, things you didn't even know about yourself, and things you didn't even know about your partner. And that's going to create a deeper understanding of both of you, not just yourself, but of each other as you go forward in relationship together, which will also bring more depth into the relationship. And that's a very, as I mentioned earlier, that's a very important element, is really creating the depth of relationship that you want to have. And it will reveal some of the assumptions that you've been operating with in relationship, some of the really unchallenged, unexamined thinking and assumptions that maybe in the past you've been operating with in relationship, and it will really invite you to really question those things and update them. Because a lot of these assumptions are really not your own ideas. I mean, they're things that we've learned, you know, things that we just kind of got by osmosis in the families that we were in. Ideas that we formulated that maybe really aren't consistent anymore with the life that you want to create. Maybe were relevant at another time and really don't have that relevance in your life anymore. So it's really going to challenge some of the ideas that you've been, you know, operating out of. And as I mentioned, we're going to give you some really powerful tools. I've been teaching relationships and studying this subject for over 30 years, and I have seen everything that is out there on this subject, and I have really brought to you the best of everything that I have seen, developed, practiced in my own life, worked with other couples on, that really, really works. So this is going to be a very practical experience for you. You're going to get a lot of very practical tools, things that you can use every single day to really change the way you do relationships so that they really are working for you. And this is going to give you a distinct advantage going into a relationship. So if you're not, you know, if you haven't committed into a relationship yet and you're thinking about it, this is going to give you a distinct advantage for going in and creating a relationship that really can last. So you're not going to have to be kind of starting over. You're going to be coming in with these skills already. And if you have been in a relationship for a certain amount of time, then this is going to give you a way to really change the way things are happening in the relationship so that it's moving in the direction that you and your partner would like it to. And this will teach you all about how to create a healthy relationship, which is a relationship that is growing, a relationship that is in a continual state of growth and evolution. And that's why it's good to revisit these conversations. You'll have this product forever. And I highly recommend that from time to time you come back with your partner and revisit these conversations, because as you grow as a person, some of the ways that you want to answer these questions will change. And it's good to revisit that and update it so that you can keep discovering more about each other and more about yourselves. A lot of times, you know, people get into relationships and they think, well, I know everything about the person. Well, I want to tell you that's not true. And if you think that, you've stopped learning. You've stopped learning about them and you've stopped learning about yourself. So as you do this and as you grow in your life, you discover new things about yourself. Well, the opportunity in a relationship is to also do that with another person and continually discover new things about them. And create your own definition of a successful relationship. So this is not about anybody else's ideas about what a successful relationship is. It's about your idea of what that is. And in this culture, in this society, people have a lot of notions about what that means. And it's not about anybody else's notion. It's about what is a successful relationship for you. What does that really mean? And defining that for yourself, and really doing that in, in collaboration with your partner. Because relationship is a grand adventure. It's an adventure. It's a lifetime journey with another person, and what the two of you together have the possibility of creating as a couple. So you bring your collective imagination and your collective talents and skills and ideas together, and you really have the power to create something really amazing in the world together that impacts not just each of you, but impacts all the people in your life. Because that's what a relationship does. It really impacts all of the people that are part of your world, your friends, your family, of course, your children. So it opens up new possibilities. This will challenge your ideas, because that's what a relationship should do. It should challenge you in a positive way. And it will cause you to grow as a human being. That's what a relationship, that's the opportunity, the amazing, extraordinary opportunity of a relationship, is that it invites you to grow as a human being, so that you can create yourself as the kind of person that can have the quality and caliber of the relationship you want. So it's not about, well, I'm just going to kind of do me the way I've always done me and expect to have this extraordinary relationship. It's an invitation for you to grow as a person in really amazing ways that enrich your life, so that you can have the kind of relationship that you want to have for yourself in your life. So one of the things I want to say to you is that no matter what you've experienced in the past in your relationships, whether you have been disappointed in relationships, whether you've had disasters in relationships, whether you've been betrayed in relationships, if you've been left, if you've been hurt, don't let your past define the future that you are going to create in your relationships. It absolutely does not need to. And it already doesn't, because the future isn't here. It hasn't happened. The future is any possibility that you want to create it to be. But if you just keep doing what you've always done in the past, then you, with all the ideas that you've had in the past, then you are going to naturally kind of drag that into the future and keep experiencing those same disappointments again. And I really want something more for you, and I know you want something more for yourself. So the quality of relationship that you want is in your hands. That's such good news. It's not about, what is relationships just kind of have to be, or it's not about, well, it's all up to my partner. They're this way or they're that way. Well, people are the way they are around you in response to the way that you are. So as you change, the dynamic of your relationship will naturally, organically change. It really is in your hands. It really is to you to create the relationship that you want, not wait for your partner to do something else. And the higher quality of life that you want, the higher quality of a relationship that you want, the more it's going to demand of you to show up in ways that are consistent with that. So it really will require something of you. This is not the lazy man's guide to greater relationships. This is, you're going to step in. You're going to really make this work for yourself by really showing up in extraordinary ways. So, number one, are we selecting the right partner? Are we selecting somebody who is right for us, for who we are and the life we want to create. And then the second part is, how do you show up in that relationship? So you may select somebody that's absolutely fabulous for it, but if you show up in a way that does not allow that person to really support you and support who you are and what it is you want, you're not going to have what it is that you want. So there's selection, we're going to be looking at that. And then also there is the way that you then operate inside of the relationship, the way that you do the relationship. So with this Marriage 2.0 blueprint, I really want to invite you to go through this slowly. Take your time, give thought to it, work on it a little bit, walk away from it, give some thought to the questions, come back to it, fill it out some more, and then invite your partner to do the same. So that's the invitation. If they don't want to do this, it doesn't matter. You can still do this, and then you can still ask the questions to your partner that you would like to ask them that are from the blueprint. And then what you're going to do is you're going to share your answers. You're going to share with them what you're learning about yourself. You're going to find out what it is that they're learning about themselves, and you're going to learn how to enjoy the differences and the similarities. So it's not like, okay, well, we line up exactly the same way here, so that's all good. There's places where you line up the same, and there's places where you are so different, and how great is that? How great is it to be with somebody who's not just you, but somebody has something to actually bring to the relationship that is different than what you have to bring. So take your time, do the work, do the processes, read it, practice the tools that you're going to be learning inside of it, and welcome to an extraordinary life.